The next piece that we have is a Minuet by J.S. Bach. Again, this might be something that a lot of you probably have heard. A lot of beginner piano players also play this piece. So it's a piece that seems to be around quite a bit. J.S. Bach was a Baroque composer, born in 1685, died in 1750. It's a very old piece. And it's a minuet. Minuet is a dance movement, like a waltz, for instance. And it's in 3/4 time. Take note that this piece is in the key of G, which, if you remember, means that we have one sharp in the key signature. In other words, all our F notes are played sharp. There's a few odd fingerings again in the left hand. So take note of the left hand fingering. For instance, in the last eighth note of bar 3, we have an F sharp, and it's marked first finger. So make sure you use your first finger, because it helps to create the flow, the legato flow that we want. We don't want the piece to sound choppy. Also, in bar 6, we have an A note, which is 2nd fret, marked with our first finger. So again, make sure you do that. In bar 7, we have an alternate position for the D string open. If you look, it's marked with a 5 in a circle, which means play that D note on the 5th string. Now, I'm sure you remember, but that D note then would be played on the 5th fret of the 5th string rather than open. The reason for that is that there's 2 notes played together at that point, D note and F sharp. Now, since they're both on the same string, it's impossible to do it that way. So we have to find an alternative for the D. So we play it here, and then the F sharp there, and we can play them together. That also occurs at the end of the piece. The last 2 beats, the first D I've marked open, and then the second one I've marked 5th string. So make sure you catch them. You could do them both on the 5th string if you choose, but by doing it open, because you have open strings, it gives you time to get into position, rather than going from a position where you have a stopped position where your fingers are on the fret, having to leap. If you've got some open strings, you can use that to give you, say, one beat of time to rearrange your fingers into that position. So for the last bar, we would have this. Then with that open string, it gives you a bit of time to get there. So I'd suggest the first D open and the second one on the 5th string. So let me play the piece for you. Minuet by J.S. Bach.